All right, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vays, coming to you live at an ungodly hour of 2 a.m. Uh, New York time, a little bit better for those of you out in California. And I am, of course, in Dubai, and I gotta head down into the conference. So this will be a very short update on what is going on with the price of Bitcoin. So let's get to it. We're going to go straight to the charts. And on those charts, I guess the first chart I have up is GBTC, which started trading yesterday, being Monday. As you can see, the premium rose up a little bit, and the premium is now doing better. It is back to only 11% down. This is good. That's a good sign. And hopefully, we can watch GBTC go towards new all-time highs with a positive premium once again. However, I am going to remain cautious. This was my last blue line that I drew saying, hey, I would get into GBTC. I would go back to 100% allocation of GBTC above that line. That is now being dropped. I would now need GBTC above $35, and that will allow me to go back into GBTC. And this, of course, means that Bitcoin would go above its first level of very critical resistance. That level is, of course, the $40,000 zone. Yesterday was a very good day for Bitcoin, but it was not able to break the 200-day moving average, and that will remain a concern. The bigger concern, however, is what's going to happen in about 4 to 5 days when we get our first depth cross between the 20-period moving average and the 50-period moving average. And that, of course, comes at a critical resistance point that would have been a resistance point anyway, even without the depth cross. So this creates a horrendous situation. So even if Bitcoin is able to get above the 40,000 mark, I think the $48,000 level, 48, 49, is going to be an even bigger struggle. But there is certainly a bullish trade, a nice one to be made between the $40,000 area and the $48,000 area. And that's what I would be looking for. As of today, I'm going to take a wait and see approach. It's nice to have the MRI flip over to the bullish side, but if today turns out to be a bad day, we are going to complete the MRI sequence and get yet another MRI buying opportunity in about 2 to 3 days. If we do flip to the bullish side of the MRI, then tomorrow we could have that bullishness by going above the 200-week moving average. But as of today, I am still taking a wait and see approach. On the cash side of the Bitcoin, that is basically my level right here. I need a close above the 200-day, which currently sits at $40,500. The weekly chart still looks weak. This is still a continuation into the MRI. I would love to get a weekly MRI buy 2 weeks from today, somewhere around the 50-week. No, I'm sorry. This is the 50-week moving average. Short-term levels. The 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart ran into its 200-period moving average, and we were not able to break the prior swing high. As I mentioned in my last video, I did not see this as a formidable former swing high, but I do see this level as a former swing high. I should probably raise this line a smidge to match the former MRI resistance line. And of course, we would need to break the 200 period to do it, but that is a very critical line. If we do not get to this line, we create yet another lower high that follows yet another lower low. And this sets us up for potential to get yet one more lower low, something most people no longer expect. Bitcoin dominance. I gotta say, now that I'm attending these events, I might have underestimated how rich people got off of shitcoins. And yeah, I can definitely envision some fundamental pain in the market because it's these events are getting very interesting again, to say the least. Everyone's printing money. Let's just put it that way. Everyone's they don't even understand. They don't even realize that they're printing money. They think they're doing the world a favor when in reality they're printing money for themselves and their friends. And it's crazy when you talk to people and they don't realize that they're literally printing money. And if the legal system doesn't get them, the reality of economics eventually will. But it's fascinating that people don't realize they're just printing money for themselves. Some people realize it, but some don't, which is incredible. What are we looking at here? Oh, it's gold again. Bitcoin dominance took a little bit of a hit yesterday, going back up today. Well, let's see if we can get that MRI sell. We had the MRI buy, and let's see if we can get the MRI top coming up. Gold. This is the week where I stay away from gold. We let this week see what happens and see how critical this MRI top is going to be. And then if next week starts trading above current week, we can then be bullish in the market once again. Oil, as I expected, oil to rise to new swing highs. Inflation is everywhere. The government wants to print and give everyone $20,000 a month. Sorry, I added a zero there, but they might as well give everybody $20,000 a month if they're going to give them $2,000 a month. Why work? Why people need to work? There are plenty of rich people that somehow are paying for everyone, and yet these rich people find a way to avoid taxes anyway. So where is this money coming from? I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea. This is not my latest MRI. Hold on. I can tell by the colors. That must have been my test one. You'll see the color difference once it loads. Yep, there it is. So yeah, oil back to new all-time highs, not all-time highs, sorry, back to new swing highs as was expected. And the S&P. The S&P is looking very interesting right now. I am almost ready to be a bull in the S&P. I said yesterday I was pretty much ready to lower this to the top of, to break last week's candle instead of needing to break the all-time high. And here we are. So I would say if today we're gonna open at a bullish day, then yeah, then I'm back to being bullish on the S&P 500. So 5,000 S&P, here we come. It's easy. Again, print all the money you like. Bitcoin will only rise, stocks will only rise, and then you're gonna blame the rich. I mean, the politicians have this amazing strategy. They print ridiculous money. All of the speculative assets that the rich own rise in value, and then they get to blame the rich that it's somehow their fault. It's absolutely incredible how they cause disaster and then they blame the rich people for getting richer because of their disasters literally caused that. I don't get it. I don't get it. Thank you so much for the donation in the super chat. It's in Russian. Спасибо за обзоры. Yeah, you're welcome, sir. It said, thank you for the forecasts. Well, not really forecasts, sorry, overviews. Yeah, no, I don't really care to look at shitcoins. And I got to get down to the conference. So I just want to take a look at a couple of stocks. I want to see how coin's doing. Did coin ever reach the 200 level? %45%. And off the top, 51%. So my target of a 50% correction before buying into an IPO, and yes, it's an IPO to me, was reached. So if Bitcoin is ready to go up, coin could be a way to get exposure to Bitcoin. And the other one we're going to keep an eye on was Palantir, only because of the MRI on the daily, I believe. Yeah, that was a beautiful MRI buy. And we are heading to new swing highs. So whoever took this gorgeous MRI trade, I know it took place on earnings, so it would have been very, very challenging to take that trade. But when you have a crash, even with earnings, right off the MRI, good things happen sometimes. They certainly did this time. And this is a beautiful chart pattern that we're ready to break out and go higher. So that was a good trade. That was a very good trade. All right, guys. That is pretty. Oh, no, that's not it. We are going to get Taproot. We are finally going to get Taproot. As you can see, we are basically at 96% right now over the last few days of signaling for Taproot. So this is awesome. So that's Bitcoin's going to get improved. We're also clearing the mempool. We're down to 50 blocks. We were above 90 blocks. We were clearing 6 set per byte transactions right in the last block even. So this is a very good sign. Today is already Tuesday. So we got another shot at clearing the mempool this weekend. Keep getting closer and closer. All right, guys, those of you that are interested in trading, I have a free tutorial that teaches technical analysis and not that much risk management here. Risk management, as Wells Wilder Jr. said, is the shortest and the simplest to learn and the hardest to do, because nobody ever wants to care about the risk of their trades and they pay for it the hard way. Those that are interested in slightly more advanced education of technical analysis and risk can check out my on-demand videos. And for the way more advanced traders, you have the MRI indicator, which you can purchase as a one-time fee for lifetime access. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all on the next one, though I'm not sure when the next one will be. Got some conferences coming up over the next 2 days. All right. Bye, guys. See some of you